Hey guys, Andrew here from Eastonmade today. It's Sunday morning and she's hot out. It's very, very warm. It's 32 degrees out here. It's I think it's supposed to be 37 or 38 with the humidity today, which for you American guys, that's creeping up around that 100 mark. And I'll tell you, this Canadian lad, I don't mind the heat, but that's just a little bit too much for me. What we're doing today is I'm gonna work on the wood yard a little bit more. If you've seen the live stream there the other day, I kind of took you around and showed you what was going on there. As you can see, the doors are open. The guys are welding frames together today. Just trying to get ahead of the assemblers here a wee bit. So that's what's going on here today. Behind me, what I've got is I've got Jerry's side-by-side. He was good enough to loan it to me while I get wheel bearings in my Argo there. And we have a tote with water in right now. I've done this a couple of different ways so far. We're mixing calcium with it to try and bind this gravel together a little bit better, and then I've been rolling it to try and keep it there. Not sure what the best way is. If you know of a good way to keep this stuff together, let me know. Because like I said, we've done the whole yard in it. We've rolled it, packed it, rolled it and packed it, put calcium on it. We're just trying to keep the dust down and trying to keep it in one spot more or less. I don't know if I'm ever gonna win with the skid steer turning, but at least the parts where there's traffic and driving and stuff, I'm hoping I can keep it in good shape. I'll show you what I did for the calcium spreader here, the water spreader. So that's just a normal IBC tote, and then the spreader bar is just a piece of PVC pipe with a bunch of holes in it. So you crack the valve open, and then the water comes out of it. And like I said, I've mixed the calcium right in there, and the pressure washer mixes it up really good. So if you're wondering how to mix it, the pressure washer seems to work really well for it. I've been using about 10 bags in that tote. I think that's a little bit too much. I think the other challenge too is out front here, you can see it stayed really well. We mixed it in before, even before we spread it. Like they spread it out of the dump truck, and then I poured the calcium to it, so it mixed in really well. Where over here, it was already spread with a dozer, and then I mixed it, and then I rolled it. So I think if you can mix it in when it comes off the back of the dump truck, that's probably the best way to do that. But anyways, I'm gonna go today and I'm gonna just spread the calcium out back, and then I'm gonna put the water on it, and then I'm gonna roll it and try and get it as good as I can back there. And I'll kind of show you what we have going on, just in case you missed the live stream there yesterday. We're just trying to get more parking. You can see the yard's turned out pretty good. We got splitters over there that are either just waiting for payment on them, just because Canada Post and US Postal Service is so slow, or waiting for trucks. You can see over by the furnace here, that's where our wood used to be, where that pile of gravel is. And then what we're doing is we're gonna put it all either into bags or into totes, just so it's easier to handle. And then this way we have more parking. I might even move my coverall buildings over here, because when we add on to the shop, we're gonna be going 80 feet back that way again. We're gonna double the size of the shop just so we have more capacity. And then, like I said, we're gonna move those logs out back. Hopefully Jamie from JJ&D can bring his log truck over. That'll be probably the quickest and easiest way to move the logs, just because if you look at the back over by the dump trailer, we only have about 12 feet through there, and the logs are 16, so it'll be kind of tricky to get them through there with a skid steer, where if you put them on the log truck, they'll obviously be straight going through there, and it'll be good going through there. So anyways guys, I will go. We're gonna throw a couple of bags of calcium in the back of the side-by-side here, and then we'll go back and spread them, and I'll kind of show you what I'm doing. Like I said, if you have any suggestions for me, if you have a good way of doing this, if you know that I'm doing it wrong, if there's any other way I can do it, let me know. Because like I said, I'm not a gravel guy. I don't really know what's going on. I'm good at wood splitters, so that's what I do. So I'm just trying to make the best of it here and do as good of a job as I can. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button down on the bottom there, give us a big thumbs up, and we'll keep you up to date with what's going on around Eastonmade here. And hopefully next week I'll be back at the wood splitter videos. Thanks a lot. So you can see kind of how I'm wanting that to work. The trucks will come in over here, and then they will come across, and then the logs will go up against the blocks. We have enough room there for probably 3 loads of logs, and then we're going to split all of our wood over in here and hopefully keep this nice and tidy. You can see this gravel down here, it hasn't been rolled yet, so it's all kind of loose. I watered that last night and put some calcium on it. It started to dry up a wee bit. You can see the spots where maybe had a little more calcium and they're still wet. That like I said, that sun's really hot today, so it may dry it out. The stuff on the driveway though, it seems to be staying pretty good. As long as you get the moisture into the calcium, that seems to be the trick to it. And if you roll it when it's wet, it seems to compact a whole lot more. But you can see this material over here is actually what we had on the driveway before. So it just, there's just a lot of sand in it. It just doesn't pack well, it doesn't compact well. It just not very good stuff. So we actually made an island here, so the trucks will come in over here, unload, and then drive around the island here, and then they'll be able to head back out of the yard. So there shouldn't be a whole lot of turning or twisting in here besides the actual skid steer itself for the splitters. And you can see we have lots of room back here for more wood. I don't know whether I'm gonna end up putting the bags over there or not. I do have a food plot set up over there. I might take you along for that. If you want me to show you kind of a food plot video, let me know. Drop a comment below. So I can do that for you. I'm gonna build a tree stand and stuff too. So if you do want to see that, just let me know. I'm more than happy to take you along for the ride. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and grab a couple of bags of that calcium. I'm gonna lay it on here, and then we'll get to watering this. Here you go, guys. I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but like around all the little flakes, you can see how it's wet. And by all rights, like if you first looked at that, you'd think that that's melting. And it is, but the reason it's melting is because it's actually drawing moisture out of the air and putting it back into the soil. So when you do this and you mix it in good and get it down good and hard, it keeps the moisture in there and it binds it together really good. So that's kind of what I'm hoping is gonna happen here. And you can see, here's a good example here. Like there's my boots. It almost looks like I've walked through water with them, but you can see that it's just taking the moisture right out of the air, like all the humidity. And then it's gonna put it right back down on there, so it just saves all the dust. And it, like I said, it binds it together really good. I'm hoping this is gonna be the way to do this. You can get a water truck with calcium in, or like a calcium truck to come in and do this. I don't think there's much of a price difference. Now that I've bought the bags, I thought I'd be able to save a little bit of money doing it, but I really don't think I did. I think it's been more of entertainment and more of sport for me than anything. Like to get the calcium truck to come in here and do this, it probably would have been just as easy. But the only issue with doing that in my application here is that this was drawn out over 3 or 4 days. So you'd have to have all the gravel sorted down, put the calcium on, then spread it all within one truckload of calcium, or else you just have to keep coming back. So I think for my application, this worked a little bit better. You can take and and do this with a broadcast spreader. I'm sure it'd be no problem at all. I don't have one, so I didn't. Doing it by hand was just as easy. There's really not that big of an area there. I'm gonna hop in the side by side now, and then I'm gonna put water over top of that. So hopefully it's gonna put more moisture into it and drive it a little further down, and then we'll roll this and I'll show you what it's gonna turn out like after. Well, folks, I think that's enough of that for today. I think I got her packed pretty well. As you can see, the packer itself has 2 different settings on it. So first little bit I ran it on this, went back and forth both ways. Ran on the finer setting, and then the last roll I did, the vibration was completely off on, and you can see that takes the lines out of it. If you're a gravel guy and you're watching this and you know if there's a right or a wrong way to do this, let me know. Like I said, I'm really good at wood splitters. I'm not going to build your road, I know that for sure, but I'm hoping I got this as good as I could. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna, let's get down here, I'll show you. I don't know if I'm gonna get this a whole lot better than that. I don't know if there's a better way to do it. Like we put, you can see the coarse stone, we put a couple of loads of that down in here because there was a lot of, obviously you can see this is all forest back here. So we did end up pulling a lot of stumps out of this. So when you pull the stumps out, obviously there's a great big hole there. We got to fill it and pack it and fill it. I think I've got it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to save this from the skid steer or not. Obviously the skid steer turning on it, I'm probably still going to have to touch it up every once in a while, but I'm hoping it stays pretty good. I'm hoping it's going to run water all right. I'm hoping I'm not going to have too many issues back here. But you can see after it's been packed and compacted and with that calcium stuff in it, it binds together really well. Like I'm pretty impressed with it. If you were walking over this, besides seeing a couple of gray spots where we didn't get it quite wet enough, you'd swear it was asphalt. So I'm hoping that does it anyways. Like I said, guys, give her a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button on the bottom. I should be back to wood splitter videos, I think maybe another week or so. And like I said, if you want to see something different too, like I said, me and the young lads are going to go to a food plot and a tree stand and clearing some more stuff up out back. So if you guys want to come along for that ride, let me know down in the comments, because I want to make sure I keep you guys entertained and in the loop with what's going on around here at Eastonmade. And I really appreciate you guys taking the time and watching this video today. It means the world to us. The guys at Eastonmade love it. So thanks a lot, guys, and we'll see you at the next one.